Looking to be more productive while working from home? A bigger display might help. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from ViewSonic is Product Manager Ray Hedrick. Thanks for taking the time, Ray.
Thank you, Fred.
Let's talk first about the advantages of a widescreen monitor on a desktop when you're working from home, Zooming, whatever you happen to be doing.
Sure, yeah. So the era of the square 4x3 or even 5x4 monitor is definitely behind us. Everybody now has a widescreen, either 16:9 or even common now is now ultra wide, which we would say 21:9. So a really, really wide display. And in terms of productivity, we've seen just in our company and with our customers that side-by-side productivity is really, really important. And so by having that wide display, you can have two different things going at the same time. You can have your Excel up and your PowerPoint, you can have your web up and your Word, whatever you need, your email. We do that very, very often, especially now that everyone seems to be on some type of platform, whether it's Zoom or Teams or whatever it might be. You got to have a space for that on your screen. So the more screen real estate you give yourself, the better you can kind of get it off from the corner and still get your work done.
It's pretty common to have seen in the past and even today people using more of the traditional sized monitors, but multiple monitors, two
Yes.
or sometimes three. This can really simplify the whole process of giving you that screen real estate, having a single widescreen.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have customers who do still prefer the sort of multiple display. We know just from speaking to psychologists and doctors that there actually is a mental difference between having something on a different display. So if you're somebody who likes to compartmentalize your work, and that's something that your users prefer to do, then you may still actually want that multiple display solution. But for most people, they just want more room to work. So one big display, you don't have to run as many cables, it's not as complicated, it works on more desk types. That tends to be what we can do. And the limitation before is you just couldn't make screens big enough. Now we can make enormous screens. So you can do it all on one big screen, and it's not hard to manufacture and it's not expensive.
You have a new 34-inch curved screen model. Give us the overview.
Yes, so that one is the VP3481A. That is a revision on a model that we had previously that we really just wanted to make it into the kind of ultimate work from home solution. So what that monitor is in a nutshell, it's one of those ultra wides. It's a 34-inch diagonal size, very, very high resolution, and also actually fast refresh rate. So 100 frames per second refresh rate with AMD FreeSync. So if you're a gamer, those are some big buzzwords for you. So surprisingly good gaming monitor, but also color calibrated. So if you've got web work, video work, that kind of stuff, and you need to master it on a screen, that screen is capable of that. And additionally, the part that we improved this year was we added a gigabit Ethernet to that monitor. So it'll take your full network speed right into the monitor and then send that over a USB-C cable to your laptop. And we see with most companies, that's really the deployment strategy for work from home. They give you a laptop with USB-C on it. And that cable will not only allow you to do the video, the audio to the monitor, but it gets you that USB and that internet back to your computer, and as additionally also 90 watts of charging power. So you don't need to have your brick connected to your laptop anymore, because in a sense the brick is built into the monitor. It just makes a very easy one cable plug and go solution.
Really interesting. So the idea is that you've got, I guess what we're commonly called a docking station.
Yes,
built into the monitor.
Very much so. And as we go back to maybe a little bit more hybrid solutions, or we're even looking at our own office not having assigned seating anymore. So we always used to have desks, and we want it to be a little bit more organic, a little bit more fluid. You come in and you pick a desk, and as long as they're all outfitted with these docking monitors and you've got your company provided laptop, you just set it down, plug it in one cable. Nothing IT needs to help you come set up. And in a second, you already have everything that you had, all your emails, all your windows, everything open, and you're ready to work. And then when you're done for the day, you unplug it and you go with a full battery in your laptop. So we think that this is going to be really awesome for people that are trying to figure out what the new office is going to look like, because it's just a lot simpler. It takes a lot of that IT work out of the equation.
And you have some other widescreen solutions as well?
We do. We have a whole lineup actually. We build more than 100 different monitor models. So we have everything up to a 38-inch ultra wide, and then we still have even down to our bread and butter 22 and 24-inch monitors, and docking solutions in basically every size.
There's also a new 27-inch 4K display. Tell us about this and what sets it apart.
Yes, that one is our another one in the VP lineup. So VP is a sort of ViewSonic professional. So that ultra wide that I just spoke to, that's why it's color calibrated, because it's sort of one of our professional monitors. This one is as well. So this is the VP 2756 4K, 27-inch IPS 4K display, color calibrated. And our goal here is actually to kind of bring that high-end spec to a much more reasonable price, a much lower street price than we've seen on our previous offerings, because we are seeing growth in sort of that prosumer space, amateur photographers, people who like to do graphic design at home, web work, a mommy blogger is one that we have come up quite a bit, and even streamers who want to do some of their own video editing and streaming work at home. There's just an opportunity there for a larger market of people who don't need a super professional monitor but still have very high expectations of screen quality, and they do need that color calibration.
And their cameras, their phones even are shooting in 4K if they're doing video these days. So
Yeah,
might as well see it on the big screen.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's we democratized high resolution quite a bit. You can get it on a lot of monitors and a lot of devices.
Where does pricing start?
Pricing start on that one. I believe our street price on that one is about $399, but we've seen a lot of changes here in pricing recently because of the shortages and shipping
Right.
costs. So don't hold me to a number on that one.
Right. That's difficult for everybody in this space, I suppose, today. There's also a new gaming monitor. Tell us about that and what sets it apart and makes it perfect for gaming.
Yes, so in our XG lineup, which is our gamer focused lineup, we have the XG 2431. That's a 24-inch IPS, 240 hertz gaming monitor. So very high refresh rate. One of the actually fastest IPS panels that we offer. Used to be, if you wanted a really nice, fast gaming monitor, it had to be a TN panel, sort of that old twisted technology that you used to have in laptops. Well, it used to be actually a very fast technology. So when you were gaming, you would get a really nice clear image. The disadvantage of those is that they had bad color, they had bad viewing angles, they weren't as bright. So there were a lot of disadvantages. And when IPS came around, it was so much better. We saw it on iPads and iPhones first, and much better color. You could see it from any angle, but they were slow. And we and all the panel manufacturers really have been working for the last 10 years to make an IPS that's fast. And we finally gotten to the point where you can get full esports competitive IPS monitors at a relatively low price. So this 24-inch has a street price of about $350, but its spec would allow you to compete in, say, an esports tournament without any issue. So we really think, like, when we see more arenas being built, this is a perfect thing to have set up at every station so that every player can have an even playing field, but a really good experience at a monitor that isn't going to break the bank for the arena builder.
Certainly a growing area, and I guess an area that you're looking to for growth.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've been surprised at how quickly those types of initiatives, now that the pandemic is starting to slow down, how many of these companies really want to get their esports initiatives, whether it's universities or colleges or dedicated esports arenas, want to outfit themselves with new hardware.
Also arriving this month is something that you call a view board. It's an interactive display. Tell us what that's all about.
Yes, so that is a part of our company that I think is not that well understood on the consumer side, that actually makes up more than half of our business. So we are one of the largest, if not the largest, depending on what market you look at, of digital whiteboarding products. So basically, it's just a big screen, it's a big touch screen, and the real magic of it is the software. We make it so that you can do anything on this that a normal teacher can do on a whiteboard or a chalkboard, and then a whole lot of other stuff. So say you want to give content to your students. Sometimes it's really hard to digitally just give something to a student. But everybody has a smartphone now. You can put up a big QR code up on your digital whiteboard. They can scan it, and boom, they have that document that you were showing, or that PowerPoint you were showing. So it makes collaboration in the classroom really easy. And we're introducing one now on a much smaller size, a 43-inch size, that we actually think would be great in what we call huddle spaces. So small spaces in an office where you and a bunch of people are, you know, editing a document on the fly. You want to make changes. You need that interactive display to do it. And so we're kind of bringing that to a new market by making it smaller and more affordable.
And what goes on that display can instantly be duplicated on a notebook or something like that, or how does it work?
Yes, you can screen share. I mean, we've had scenarios where you can have a classroom where every student has a Chromebook, and they're looking at a different part of that screen, and they're editing one document on the fly, and anything they're typing in is putting up on the whiteboard, and it really impressive stuff. You can do a lot with collaboration in the digital side of things, and it really is all down to the software development.
Another area is home entertainment. Now, we've seen a lot of families investing in, I guess, the movie at home experience here. So tell us what you're doing there. You've got a new projector?
We do. So the one that we showed most recently is the M2E. It's part of our M lineup. Our M lineup is kind of nice, high-end, portable, really consumer-focused projectors, and they're really, really fun. I actually took the M2E that we showed at our last PepCom show. I took that one camping with me, and we used it to make a huge projection. And I think we watched the entire Back to the Future trilogy while camping, and it was a lot of fun. And that's the thing about the way people want to use home entertainment and how they want to use projectors. Is they really want it just for fun. They're not necessarily trying to replace their big screen TV. TVs are their own market, and it's very competitive, and it's a very good product. But projectors are completely different feel, completely different use cases. You know, this is the backyard entertainment piece. Other side of that are those who actually do want to start creating a dedicated theater in their house. And there is a very cinematic quality to having a mounted projector in your home. And we're seeing now that streaming platforms are releasing new exclusive content day and date with the theatrical release. So you're not losing anything by streaming that at home. You can sort of invite over a bunch of friends and have that movie and have your own theater experience. And having it like a ViewSonic projector mounted is just going to make that much more cinematic, that much more fun. So we are seeing that growth as well.
Tell us a little more about the M2E. This has some terrific speakers even built into it, right?
It does. It's actually got a pretty incredible spec. So the projector itself is only about this big, but it's a full 1080p projector. As you say, it's got Harman Kardon speakers built in, so you don't need a separate speaker. If you want to use a separate speaker, you can actually do Bluetooth out from the projector to, say, a portable speaker or a sound bar, and it will synchronize the audio and the video, so the lip sync is good. Lots of flexibility there. If you want to use the speakers in the projector, you can Bluetooth music from your phone to the projector. There's a lot you can do with it. And of course, standard stuff, HDMI, USB-C, internal storage, and apps.
And the price on this is, I think, under $600. So
yeah, street price on this one hovers around $550.
And it's lightweight. You mentioned taking it camping, so you can bring it along to the backyard, camping, to a friend's, whatever.
Portable. It is very portable. In fact, we give you a case with it, so fully portable.
Terrific. For more information, where's the best place for folks to go?
Best place for any information, anything that we think is really cool and important, we actually put it on our homepage at ViewSonic.com. So we've got rotators going around, and we update it weekly. So all the best news, all the best new products and solutions, right at ViewSonic.com.
Terrific. Again, ViewSonic.com. Ray Hedrick, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you, Fred.